Mike, President Obama continues on his first official state visit to Asia this morning. It seems thousands of residents from Alice to Calallen are all reporting that something shook them up just after 9 this evening. A woman and her English bulldog are recovering this morning after being attacked by 2 dogs on the loose. Now the search is underway to find these dogs. It's always going to be a problem because you can get on the internet on your cell phone. You can do all kinds of stuff on that thing.
You know, why didn't they have that when I was in school?
No kidding. We had to rely on notes to cheat. This week, the cutting-edge technology called Emily could be coming soon to a beach near you. Next, if you are out of those sick days, you may want to take some extra precautions from catching the flu. Says a Boston man says he's lucky to be alive after a huge bolt of lightning causes a fireplace to explode literally in his face. And the harbor here has turned in part into a graveyard for boats destroyed by that massive fire. Some of the owners, they have 24 hours to get back in touch with them or that dog will be taken away. But neighbors believe these people are not going to contact the city because, in fact, neighbors haven't seen these people for months. This neighborhood is definitely one in crisis. Every house that you go to, you see people cleaning out their homes and throwing out furniture just destroyed by sewage-tainted water. And one of the reasons why this drainage pipe is not working and actually shooting water into the neighborhood is because where the water is supposed to exit out of the other end of the drainage pipe, it's completely underwater over here. They want to make sure there is zero tolerance for scammers that would target people who have already gone through so much out here. Katya. Yeah. There are 3 active fires still burning, even though I don't think we can see it from this line of sight. Now there's a lot of smoke, but the sights that we saw this morning were unbelievable. 7 houses, at least, completely engulfed in flames, reflecting from the canal. This is a marina subdivision, and of course, a lot of people in this area are here on vacation, including Thomas, who's here from San Angelo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, now the fire started at 3:30. You woke up at 5.
At 5.
What did you see at that point?
Well, we noticed that the electricity was out.
Long, and the first guy in line, he said he's been there for 26 hours. He got in line yesterday morning at 2:30 in the morning, and he made himself a cardboard box to sleep in. Now, the idea is to get these boxes filled with toys, and right now, look, they are practically empty. Joe, you were around barbecue every day, all day. Do you still eat barbecue?
I sure don't that anymore.
He's honest. No more barbecue. Hey, you guys, you would not believe what just happened. One of those rattlesnakes bit the microphone on the camera, and there is venom all over the microphone and a fang in there. Did you see that when that happened?
Oh, you bet. It was it was wild.
Here, look. Well, from what I understand, the restaurant here opens at 6, but the owner here was telling me that there's people that come here earlier than 6, and Jack is one of them. He got here 20 minutes before 6, and he said, all you need to know is the secret password. And I said, well, what is the secret password, and what is it?
Please.
That's it. That's all you need to know. Jack.
I'd like to call this a train bird, but it's not true.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
Hundreds of people took to the streets of Detroit Saturday for a massive march calling on America's leaders to rebuild the American workforce. People marched for jobs, justice, and peace on the anniversary of the day in 1963 when Martin Luther King Jr. joined with hundreds of thousands of Americans in the March on Washington. Smoke from out-of-control Russian wildfires is blanketing the capital city of Moscow. Temperatures are hotter than they've ever been in 130 years. Those temperatures are fueling 500 separate wildfires. Doctors warn just a few hours outside and all that smog is the equivalent of smoking 2 packs of cigarettes. At least 52 people have died. More than 3,000 have lost their homes. From fires to fireplaces, a Boston man says he's lucky to be alive after a huge bolt of lightning causes a fireplace to explode literally in his face.
The whole living room just blew up.
His face is all cut up and both of his legs are bandaged, but Mark McConnell says he's happy to be around to tell this story. He says he was house sitting earlier this week when lightning hit the chimney. The brick mantelpiece exploded. Pieces of concrete went flying into his legs. The chimney shattered all the way down, ripping apart the walls of the bedrooms upstairs. McConnell says he remembers having but one thought.
Get the heck out of the living room. As I mentioned to you before, that in case there was a fire.
I guess you have to respect a bolt of lightning. Because why did it pick this house?
Yeah, why did it? The impact also took out an exterior wall, and inspectors have declared the house structurally unstable. It looks like marijuana, and they say it gets you just as high. But for addicts, this stuff has two advantages over pot. One, it's completely legal. And two,
if they get pulled for a random drug test, it comes up negative.
It's called Space, but also goes by at least 15 other names, including Supernova, Diablo, King Kong, even Voodoo and Puff. How did you discover that your son was using it?
Well, I was doing the laundry and I found this thing in his pocket that said Space on it.
This mom wants to remain anonymous. She says she first knew something was wrong from a credit card bill.
When I got the second bill, and it was hideous, like over $1,000.
Her son spending this kind of money in a month at a gas station.
I hear that it's a crazy addiction and it's very expensive to buy this stuff.
We decided to check it out. We visited this food mart on Waldron Road in Flower Bluff. And inside the store, it seemed everybody in there was buying this stuff. The person in front of me bought $300 worth. I chose to get the least expensive one, which was $27. I know you went in and bought some stuff like this. Yeah. So what do you do with this stuff?
Oh, that I will not put on record. It's all legal.
We found it being sold at head shops, including Puff and Stuff and Flashbacks near Staples. The owner there tells us the drug just started hitting the Coastal Bend market only a few months ago, and says it's a big hit with anyone who wants to keep their job but still get high. It's being sold as incense, with a warning that it is not for human consumption.
Opium lettuce and Egyptian flower blossom.
A handful of states have already banned these products from store shelves. Texas may be next on the list, but for now it's up for sale to anyone at any age.
But we are monitoring this. That is a concern to see so many people buying that. But what effect does it have? We just simply don't know at this time. It's brand new.
A new high with the classic consequences of drug addiction.
Well, I just confronted him and I said, you got to, I think you're using this. And he said, well, thank God you caught me, because I realized that I had to stop this because it was just getting way out of control.
And right now, this stuff is legal in the Coastal Bend, but maybe not for long, because there is a state lawmaker in Plano, Texas, that is planning to introduce a bill this coming session that would ban Space or anything like it from stores across Texas. Reporting live from Flower Bluff, I'm Sabrina.
Thanks for putting up.
He still has the shaggy hair and weathered skin from too much sun, but today, David Martin has this.
This is my room.
For a man who spent 8 years on the streets, that's a big deal.
This was my house right here. Had my own palm tree. Had this flower bed here.
He slept here in abandoned cars and rooftops while his son lived in a home just down the street. Jesse says his dad went from a big businessman to a bum.
It hurt, to see him riding a bicycle, from a Stingray Corvette to a bicycle, from a full-size king bed to a flower bed.
The problem was drugs.
I tried them. And I liked them, and I kept using them. Pretty soon I lived to use, and I used to live. It didn't take long, and I lost everything I had.
But on July 4th, 2009, everything changed. Someone reached out to David and helped him get sober. And now, just a year later, he is helping others do the same with a house.
This is typical of what some of the rooms look like before.
David and his son have opened a halfway house to help recovering addicts get off the street. They've turned this former dental office from 8 exam rooms to bedrooms. They've been open on Staples for 2 weeks.
I was homeless on the streets, fighting drug addiction, and they welcomed me with open arms.
These guys opened up their door to me. They didn't even know me. And I'm really, really grateful.
All the residents have to go to 12-step meetings, stay sober, and get a job. David cooks them breakfast and dinner.
I don't think I would be here right now if someone hadn't picked me up. And so I want very much to give the rest of my life to this program and to help other people.
It's a transitional house, so eventually each resident will move on and hopefully find success. But this house has helped this father and son find each other.
It's awesome. It really is cool. I just adore him now. It's totally different.
I love you guys.
Sabrina Hall, 3 News.